All right. We are back here at Song of the Day, coming to you from the Rock Cave. I'm your host, Mark Pierce. It's Friday. You know what that means. Say it with me. It is Octane Friday. And that's when we kick it up a notch. We're getting into Halloween season here, people. And I don't know. What do you guys think? I've done Halloween-themed things every year. Seasons 1, Season 2, Season 3. Top Halloween theme songs. You guys like when I do that? Because it's usually the same songs, to be honest. So you want me to do that again this year? Or you want me to do a couple episodes about your favorite Halloween songs? Chime in and let me know. I was trying to figure out what to do today. You guys, we got Typo Negative this week. Noticed a little less traffic this week for Typo Negative, Paul Chabot's birthday. Where is the love? Anyway, looks like it's just you and me, Paul, with Typo Negative. Love that stuff. Man, it's so good. But anyway, so I listened to a little Rat Radio on Pandora. That's where it's at for me. You know, I try to listen to Hair Nation on Sirius Radio, which is totally fine, but they throw a lot of ballads in there, it seems. And, well, you know, I'm not always looking for the hair ballads. But if I put on Cinderella Radio or Rat Radio, I can listen to that for 5 hours straight, no repeats, and just every song, totally love it. Sometimes I just listen to that for some motivation. I mean, we've covered everybody. We're getting close to 1,000 here, people. What am I at, 994 or something? 993, 4, 5? We're getting there. So it's easy when I think about what I want to do, but then it's always like, well, you know, AC/DC, Rat, Metallica, Motley Crue, Scorpions, Judas Priest. I mean, you know, the list is long. Love them all. But when you do that many videos, you're gonna have to come back around on some of these things because you know, there's only so much of that Octane Friday. And you know, I wouldn't be authentic if I just went on and on about Slayer because I never listened to Slayer. I didn't. Not that, I mean, that wasn't my thing. But anyway, I digress for a few minutes here, people. So what are we talking about today? I decided to go with this one, and some of you know, I've got some stuff here in the cave, and I should have gotten that ready. I'm not. But we're talking about the band Danzig, and you got, you already knew that, clearly. Big fan of Danzig here, and specifically we're going to talk about the song Mother. That's the one everyone knows, but just for some background, Danzig, Glenn Danzig's band. Remember, Glenn Danzig is in the, what do you want to call it? Horror rock, I don't know what you want to call it. Misfits. Love the t-shirt for the Misfits. Misfits, and then after that is in the band Samhain. And I got a great poster on that too. It's totally not appropriate poster. I don't have that on the wall. I've got a poster from them from record store days that probably nobody has. And I've got an awesome poster over here. Danzig, How the Gods Kill in Nottingham. And what's it say? I forget. With someone on tour. That's a great poster. Anyway, I should have slapped that up over there. I digress yet again, but Danzig, here's the deal. Samhain is playing in New York City at the Ritz, and none other than Rick Rubin goes to see the show. He's looking for talent he's going to start a new label. And there he is, Rick Rubin again. I'm telling you, someone needs to make a documentary about Rick Rubin. If you don't, I'm going to, because this guy's amazing. He sees them, approaches Glenn Danzig, says, I want to sign you. And Glenn's like, no, not just me. I need to, at the very least, take Eerie Vaughn, my bass player, with me. He's like, all right, we could do that. Rubin adds John Christ on guitar and Chuck Biscuits from Black Flag on drums. Pretty amazing. And so their debut album turned 35 this past August, 1988. Was produced by Rick Rubin and the first release of his new label, Deaf American Recordings. How about that? First record. They end up going on tour with Slayer in the United States, speaking of Slayer, and Metallica for the Injustice for All tour in Europe. Amazing. This record, we'll get back around to it. They released Danzig 2 in 1992. That's where I came along. Picked up that record, and that's when I was all in on Danzig. That was when I was in my metal phase, and I heard Danzig 2, and I was obsessed with that record. And, I mean, you folded out the CD gatefold, and it was an upside-down cross, and all these, everyone's upset about it, but it was so good. And Danzig is blues, metal, doom music. They say he sings like Roy Orbison and Elvis. I get it. He even kind of looks like that. But that kind of takes away, when you say it, it kind of takes away from the music itself, because I get it, but this stuff is heavy. And especially, I mean, he's singing songs like Snakes of Christ, 777, all these things. So, Her Black Wings. So, legit. Anyway, so back to the original record. So good, well received. It eventually goes platinum. Great song on there, Twist of Cain. If you don't know that one, we're going to play that one. That's a good one. But Mother is on this record. That's the original version, Mother. And the fans of this music loved that song. It wasn't mainstream then. They loved that song. And then, I haven't been able to get to the bottom per se, but somewhere around 1993, these guys called the Lewis Brothers managed to remix it. I don't know, did they get permission? Well, like, who are these guys? They remixed it, called it Live, and put it out as a single. I don't understand it. I want to know the story about why they picked this song. Who are they? Was Rick Rubin aware? What's the deal? It wasn't live. It was the original track with live concert people put in the background. And they called it, it was a remix, and they called it Mother 93. And then even later they had a similar release, and they called it Mother 94. I don't really understand it. But if you guys all remember, in 1993, 1994, everyone on alternative radio was listening to the song Mother from Danzig, and it got popular. And this song was 8 years old, or 6 years old, sorry. So that was a surprise for them for sure, but it went to number 17 on the mainstream rock charts. That was good for them. And Glenn Danzig said he just wrote it and was so excited. He was like, this is the best song I've ever written. I'm excited for this. He didn't know it was going to be a hit, but he was excited about it. And that's the only song for them to chart and to be successful. And people know that song. They don't even know if they know the band. They know the song Mother, but they don't know if they know the band. But the band is Danzig. And they went on to put some other records out. There's an amazing album cover for Mother when they put out an actual live version. They post that above. Amazing. And they did some other, they put out another record after that was awesome. Anyway, I'm a fan, but that song is the song that's the one that most people know. So that's your song of the day. It's Danzig Mother from 1993, 4 or 1988, however you want to put it. But this is a good song. I like it, and I hope you do too. That's your Octane Friday song of the day. Whatever you're doing today, I hope it involves music, especially this band today. Danzig, play the first record and then play the second record and get back to me. That's your assignment for today. We're rolling into the weekend, getting closer to that 1,000. Have a good one, and as usual, catch you on the flip side.